Overcoming fear. Fear. Do we really overcome fear? Just sitting here thinking and just thinking about fear. Why do we fear? I mean, I know the Word of God tells us in 2 Timothy not to fear, that He has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. But fear, the spirit of fear that tends to want to hold many of us back, that want to hold many of us captive, that want to hold many of us in bondage. Fear. I know that's something that I dealt with many years. And it just wasn't until recently, I would say the last 2 years, that I've really been dealing with, or facing, should I say, the spirit of fear. Because I understand that fear, we can experience fear on so many different levels. But the fear that I'm talking about is the fear of stepping out and being who you were predestined to be. The fear of the unknown. The fear of unfamiliarity. The fear of not knowing how a thing is going to turn out. The fear of failure. The fear of being laughed at. The fear of being talked about. The fear of being made fun of. The fear of being mocked. The fear of being persecuted. However, on this journey that I'm on, I've become awakened to understand that I don't have to fear. I don't have to fear. You don't have to fear what God is putting you to do. The gift that God has given you, the gift that He has given me, He knows exactly what we're capable of doing. So I encourage you on this video today or tonight to just not allow fear to continue to hold you back from stepping out and being that great person that you were created to be. That greatness that dwells on the inside of you. That greatness that's waiting for you to step out and embrace who you are. Not worrying about who and what anyone has to say. Not worrying about getting it right. Not worrying about being perfect. Not worrying about, all the stuff that don't matter. Just step out on faith and do what has been already put in you to do. However that looks like for you, whatever your gift is, trust the God in you. Trust what has been placed on the inside of you. And know that you are capable and you're able to do what you have been placed in this earth to do. And that's something that I'm telling myself as I sit here and just reflect. Because I find myself doing that a lot lately. I find myself just sitting and meditating If I'm not reading the Word of God, I'm meditating on the Word of God, what I've read, asking for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and asking God how to apply what I've read to my life today, to whatever situation or whatever circumstances I may be experiencing at that time. And I'm just in awe of what God is doing. I am awe of what God is developing, how He will develop you when you say yes. When you give God your yes and you trust Him, you begin to truly trust Him and what He wants to do in your life. And you surrender. And you step out on faith. He begins to move in a way that's amazing. And I know that some may come across this video. This video may not be for some, but then some may be able to relate, or it may resonate with you, because this is something that you might have experienced in your life, or you might be experiencing it now. But I'm just sitting here and just, like I stated, reflecting and just thinking on fear, and how we as a body of believers, how we as a body of people can overcome fear. And I can honestly say, within this last 1.5 to 2 years, I have really started to conquer that spirit of fear, to where I do not worry no longer about what people say. I no longer worry about how people perceive me. I no longer worry about being other than myself. I am truly just focused on being and doing what God has put in me to do, and doing it the way He sees fit for me to do it. Being the unique woman, child of God that He has created me to be. Understanding that the gift and the gifts that He's put down on the inside of me, the gift and the gifts that He's put down on the inside of you, is not going to look like someone else's. That you were I was uniquely made in the image of God. And I am assigned, my assignment in the earth, the gift that He's placed on the inside of me, is for a tribe of people. And it's not going to be for everybody, and I'm okay with that. So no longer do I walk in fear. No longer do I allow fear to keep me captive. No longer do I allow fear to keep me bound, worrying about what others think. Because I understand that people are going to talk. People are going to have their perceptions. They're going to say what they say. But at the end of the day, they don't know they don't know the time that you put in with God. They don't know the time that I put in with God. And that's what I tell myself. And that's what I'm picking up, even as I do this video, that they don't know the time that you put into with God. They don't know your prayer time. They don't know when you wake up in the middle of the night, when God wakes you up to pray, or when you pace the floor and you've been through your trials and your tribulations, and you've been persecuted, and you still stand steadfast, unmovable, unwavering, trusting in the Lord. Wow.